Hello, I'm Eric.
And I'm Melissa.
And today we're going to do our July 2018 monthly pickup video.
Looks like we got kind of a lot.
It was kind of a big month because why?
Because it was Cartridge Con!
Cartridge Con.
C3.
And even though there wasn't a vendor floor, there was plenty of trading and everything.
Yes.
So stuff like that. So we'll get to that at the end.
Okay.
So first I want to start with the retail stuff that we bought. This was a big month for, I was going to say, well, let's do this one first actually.
Okay. Oh, that seems kind of heavy.
NES Classic, got a case for it. Yay.
Cool.
So I keep it in there. I actually store it in there.
Oh, that's
and then Chris Roberts let us know that GameStop had restocked on the controller. So we grabbed a NES controller for the NES Classic.
Cool.
So we're all set there.
All right.
And then, okay, so then it was kind of a big Switch month. Bought a couple of games. These all I bought within a couple of days of each other. I'll do this one first. Okay. Wild Guns Reloaded. I've been on the fence on this one, but then GameStop dropped the price to $20 from $30. So I went out and grabbed it. I was going to grab another game at the same time, but I decided to hold off on that. Because they keep dropping the price every now and then on it. So anyway, grabbed Wild Guns Reloaded.
Okay.
Tried it out. It's open.
All right.
Seems kind of fun. But I think I spent, let's do the other one. Then I'll talk about the one I spent the most time with.
All right.
The other one I bought was Sonic Mania Plus. Normally I would buy Sega games on the Xbox, but this seemed like a Switchy type game to me.
Because it's like portable and
stuff. And I figured it's 2D. It's like, yeah. So hearing good things about this, I tried out the first level. It's really cool. It's really kind of neat. I like how they took the sort of the original game and updated it and kept the classic style and everything.
It's interesting.
Comes with a little booklet.
Yellow.
No, it's not yellow.
Just saying.
It's gold.
Yellow.
All right. Yeah, we know what you're getting at there. And then the last game I bought in preparation for Cartridge Con was Street Fighter 30th Anniversary. There was going to be a Street Fighter tournament at C3. If there was one, I missed it, which is just as well because I'm no good at this game. I practiced for a little while.
You do not like that game.
I can't. I think I'm finally figuring out how this game works. I used to play a lot of Mortal Kombat. This game is nothing, I don't think, like anything like Mortal Kombat. But I was playing it a little bit, trying, sort of getting a feel for the game, doing a little bit better, but still awful at it. But this is what I spent a lot of time doing prior to Cartridge Con. And then there's one more item that we got. This was actually right at the end of the month. I held off buying it while we were away at Cartridge Con and ordered it while we were gone, and of course it arrived. It arrived early, so it arrived while we were gone anyway. But it is the Final Fantasy Ultimania Archive Volume 1. And looking at it now, it does suffer from the no suitable padding problem. There's a bunch of dings.
Was it just in the box?
No, it had a couple of bubble air pockets, but not anything that was going to protect the corners or anything. So anyway, I'm getting less picky about this stuff in my yeah, there's a good ding here, in my old age, but it's still shrink wrapped. I'm looking forward to cracking this open. I've really been enjoying getting these sort of coffee table books about games.
Are you going to get two?
I would like to get two.
We have a friend who got two, right?
Yeah, we do, yeah.
Did he get two?
I don't know.
One to open and look through, and one to keep sealed?
Did he really do that?
I don't know.
I thought you meant Volume 2.
Oh, no.
I was going to pre-order Volume 2, but it was no longer on sale. They had it on sale. I should have just pre-ordered it at the same time, but it's no longer on sale.
Yeah, if you were pre-ordering, it wouldn't have come. So.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why I didn't pre-order it.
Okay.
Anyway, looking forward to cracking that open. Okay, so now let's talk about C3. Again, that's the Cartridge Club Con, or Chicago Cartridge Con. I'm going to say, I want to keep the C3 moniker, so I think we should just call it Cartridge Club Con.
So Chicago, it was like C3 2018.
Yeah,
right?
That's what I've been calling it.
Okay.
And so it was just a get-together of a bunch of people from the Cartridge Club in Chicago.
Sim may call it a family reunion.
A family reunion, sure. But that's what the hotel called it, I think, on the ballroom announcements. It was Cartridge Club Family Reunion. Anyway, there were a lot of trades, a lot of so there wasn't really a vendor floor, but most of the stuff I got this month was from that. And so, treating it like it was a normal expo, I'm going to start with the manuals. Couple of manuals here from James Retro Pixel. We got Base Wars. I don't have this game, but I wanted to grab the manuals because they're on my wish list. So and Rambo. So thank you very much to James Retro Pixel for those. And these came from Travis. Trav Plays Games. Polykill. He picked these up for me a few months ago from his store. His store where he gets stuff from and goes kablow, or he says blow. He just goes blow. So he went back to that store. I gave him a list of manuals, and he picked 3 up for me and delivered them at Cartridge Con, and they are Strider for the NES. I do have this game. Super Street Fighter 2, which I now have a renewed interest in. Not because I have the manual, but because I'm now learning more about these games. I do have this game. Got it, just from a bundle or something. Didn't care much about it. And Tetris Attack, also a game I have. So thanks, gentlemen, for the manuals. And then some other strategy guides here. This one I got these first 2 from Nintendo Hodge. They are Final Fantasy X and Final Fantasy 12. So thank you, Nintendo Hodge, for that. Or these. Just I love getting some of these strategy guides now for certain games, not any game. You want to talk about that one?
Yep. And Buried on Mars brought me Animal Crossing, and this is the official guide from Nintendo Power.
Yeah.
So this is the guide to have, and I didn't have this one. So thank you.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
You have a different guide, right?
I do have a different guide.
So we should page through this.
I know, we should page through this.
All right. Not now, though.
Oh,
don't page through it now. All right. So that's it for the strategy guide. So let's just go through these. I just picked this order.
Okay, I was going to say.
Let me just do these order.
Right.
Let's see here. So I'll do this one next, I guess. Retro Nonsense gave me a Funko Land sleeve.
Is this like your favorite pickup?
Well, no, it's not my favorite, but I'm amused by it. I used to have a bunch of these and got rid of them, and then kind of regretted it. I have some for Genesis cartridges, but this is now the only one I have for NES cartridges. So cool, Funko Land. These all turned into GameStops near me, and I remember them being a big deal. NES, they'd have little newspaper-like printouts of all the prices of NES games, and then they started carrying Genesis games.
Cool.
No Master System, but I remember getting quite a few NES games there. Okay, and then going back to some NES cartridges, one that I got from Nintendo Hodge is Spot. I know Kyle, Game Time Arcade. Kyle loves the Spot games. This is one I actually played on the PC. It's like Othello. It's like a strategy game. Thought I'd grab the NES version, so got that from Nintendo Hodge. Thank you very much. And a Capcom Disney game, always a good pickup. Got this from Base Guy 654. Yeah,
Chris.
Yeah. So thanks, thank you, Chris. Excellent. Very happy to have both of these NES games. And then let's go with the other N64 games, also from Retro Pixel. He asked if anybody wanted these, and I said, well, I don't have Spider-Man, so I'm interested in that. I'll actually talk about Spider-Man in a minute again. So I got Spider-Man for the N64, and I don't know which are the good wrestling games, but I hear wrestling games on the N64 are good, so I also said I don't have WCW versus NWO, and this is World Tour. I have Revenge. I think Revenge is the one that Rocket Sauce recommends.
Okay.
Don't know about this one, but thought I'd add it to the collection regardless, so thank you, Retro Pixel, for those. Okay, let's do this guy.
Okay.
So again, Buried on Mars. Had a Game Gear bundle. He had a broken Game Gear. I bought a broken Game Gear. Actually, I bought it for the games, but he threw in or it included this Game Gear, and true to his word, it doesn't work. I tried it. Screen is something wrong with it. Hopefully, it's just a capacitor replacement, which I may be tempted to do. I have several Game Gears now that don't work, so maybe I'll give that a whirl. I don't know.
Does that include soldering?
It does include some soldering. So, more importantly than a broken Game Gear, though, are the games. I was initially only interested in a couple of them, but then I said, what's the whole bundle? Let's do the whole bundle. And so, in the bundle, it included a box for Jurassic Park, which I don't have here.
Okay.
But there's a box for Jurassic Park. But the games are The Adventures of Batman and Robin. Don't have that. Shakan. Probably will want to get the Genesis game now. No, not Shaka Khan. Spider-Man.
Oh,
Okay, that's
two.
two. Spider-Man: A Return of the Sinister Six, and then the two games I was interested in: X-Men, which I have the manual for. Had that for a while. Been looking for this for a while. And X-Men, another X-Men game. I think there's more than two, but the other one that I got is Game Master's Legacy.
Cool.
So, what's this? 5 new Game Gear games to add to the collection.
Okay.
That's neat.
And a broken Game Gear.
And a broken Game Gear. Okay, and then some stuff from Retro Nonsense. Let's do the stuff that he gifted me.
Okay. He bought these at a game store by him, right?
No, I think this one he said was a duplicate of his that he just gave me. And
Okay.
that's Dark Cavern, a Mattel game. Always fun to pick up these sort of oddball Atari games. And speaking of oddball Atari games, this is actually a Telegames. It is Target Fun. This is one that my brothers and I actually used to play at a Sears. I don't know what you'd call it, like a Sears pickup. It was like at a strip mall, and you'd go there. There was nothing. There was nothing to buy. It was like where you went and picked up orders or something.
Yeah,
and so they had
catalog or something.
Yeah, they had an Atari. We went there a couple times with my parents. And they had an Atari or a Telegame set up, and they had Target Fun, and we used to play it. And it wasn't until many years later I realized that this is also called Air Sea Battle. So I have Air Sea Battle, but I thought I'd get Target Fun just for the nostalgia. So thank you, Duke, for that. And another one he picked up for me is Hangman. Hangman.
That's like, hang on.
It's got the text label, so it must be an early game. So glad to have that. And then the last one he gifted me was Spider-Man.
Oh.
So that's 3 Spider-Man games in this trip for 3 different systems. This is one I've had the manual for quite a long time, and I'm glad to finally get this. I'm having some fun collecting the Parker Brothers Atari games. And then finally, those guys all went to a store while we were at C3, and they happened to have Duke pointed out that they had a couple of games, and I asked him to grab Journey Escape for me. So this is another one I have the manual for quite a long time, and now I finally have the game for it for a very nice price. So thanks, Duke, for those. And then finally, we'll do what I consider to be probably the, I don't know, last, priciest, best. The games. So I'll talk about the game at the end. This one is Breakdown. This is a trade with VG Collectaholic. I traded him some GameCube games, some cash, and in exchange he gave me Breakdown, which is I think it's backward compatible on the Xbox One now. I know Musty Hobbit recommended it, so I was looking for it at Midwest Gaming Classic. Didn't like the condition or the price, but Scott had a very nice copy and gave me a very good deal on this, so I got Breakdown for the Xbox. But I think when I claim the best or biggest pickup is an expensive game that's been on my wish list for quite a long time, and that is a complete in box Shining Force 2. I've been looking for this. I've never really liked the conditions of the one I've seen. This one is in pretty good or very good condition. There is some marker on it, but for the price that Scott, with the trade and with the price he offered it to me, I couldn't turn it down. So really glad to finally have Shining Force 2 in my collection. So now I have Shining Force 2, Shining Force 3, Shining Force CD. Getting a pretty good Shining Force collection going.
That was like a big hole.
Yeah, there was sort of a gap. And so now I need some of the newer ones, but I'm mostly interested in the Genesis, Sega CD, and Saturn era. So, that is it for the month of July.
How did we fit all this?
Yeah, it was. We actually were able to get this all in our luggage pretty well. So
yeah, actually it was. We brought
not too
other
shabby
stuff that we were getting rid of.
So I would say a good month, and August is shaping up to be good as well. We have Game On Expo coming up, or we're going to Game On Expo. And then in October it's PRGE, so we're gonna have a couple of good months coming up here.
September should be light.
It should be, but somehow it never is.
Is it really?
I get back into the game.
Oh, is that when they do the buy two get ones?
Sometime. Well, sometimes we'll see. We'll see. I don't actually know how September's have been shaping up, but I'm betting that October and August at least are going to be pretty good months.
All right.
We'll see.
We'll see how that goes.
Right, that's it.
Okay, if you enjoyed the video, like us and subscribe.